Welcome back to another episode of the Cinestro Core. It's your boy Blacksby. I got the boys in here with me. Today, we would like to take a moment to do a little bit of a special tribute to one of the most iconic voices in Hollywood, one of the most revered figures across film, TV, and stage, the late James Earl Jones. Legendary actor, born in 1931, passed here yesterday, 2024. It's just it's still a bit of a shock, you know. This is someone who I expected to live forever. If I'm being real, he's like Morgan Freeman, you know. I'm like, he's never gonna die. And then seeing that news pop up on my phone on Monday, sorry, not yesterday, Monday. Forgot today's Wednesday. But seeing that pop up was just a bit of a shock. So we wanted to take some time to just honor James, thank him for his contributions to not just Hollywood but to the world. Remembering the amazing person he was. Kind of going over some of our favorite roles of his. Of course, you know, there's some major ones that everyone's going to say: Star Wars, Lion King, Coming to America. But there's some other ones in there too that we want to just highlight real quick. Talk about his performances on stage. But yeah,
Matt,
what up?
You said there's a lot of people will say the typical performances, but they'll end up. What the fuck? Hold on. No, you can't jump scare me with that. No, you can't. For those of you who didn't see that, put his background as a semi-nude James Earl Jones.
He has shorts on.
Semi-nude, he's half naked, bro.
I wanted them to see him in his prime.
Well, we already got Ronaldo's favorite rule. Fucking Matt was like, all right, we're gonna name his favorite roles, and we're gonna, not just pick Lion King or Star Wars or Coming to America. Motherfucker, those are my favorite three before we started.
Those are my favorite. Those are his greatest roles, bro.
Notorious milk merchant James Earl Jones.
My goat.
That was a jump scare.
James Earl Jones. He's done a lot of narration roles too. He narrated Click, Scary Movie 4. He was in Fantasia. He was in Robots. Like, he's been in a lot of different films besides just Star Wars.
Who was he in Robots?
He was Big Wheel. Right?
He was that voice box in the hardware store.
I forgot about that
because I remember that.
I remember this,
but he was obviously in the Sandlot. I remember that for sure. If you don't remember,
he was the junkyard guy, wasn't he? Like the main guy that was behind the fence, right?
Mr. Myrtle. He's in the Sandlot. But he's been in several different stage TV roles too. The TV ones I don't know as much, but besides like The Simpsons and things like that, he was in Law and Order. I remember that. He was in Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman as Franklin Stern. What else? Touched by an Angel. I remember that one. I definitely remember that one. He was an angel. And he was the voice of Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi. I remember that. I saw that because they brought him back and I was like, yeah, let's go. Basically, every Star Wars appearance of Vader so far, he's been the voice.
I would hope so.
I mean, you know how they got...
I think it was for the Obi-Wan show or something I read that Disney was doing. I think they might have done it during The Mandalorian with Luke, or I'm confusing it. I don't know. But I remember they had something they were doing about not being able to get certain people's voices right. So they used like AI to like replicate their voice.
Oh my god.
And I'm really
trash.
It's sad that like not to boil down the legacy of James Earl Jones to like just Darth Vader, but that's like a really pivotal character he's played, not within pop culture, but within like just overall cinematic history. And it's a very iconic and recognizable voice for a character. And I feel like Disney's the kind of people who I know they're gonna do it. If they have to use Vader in something, they may AI his voice, and I don't like that.
I hope not. Just don't do it.
Yeah, just stop making Darth Vader stuff.
At this point, you might as well it's done.
Or reuse like lines that he's already done.
Or even better,
no AI.
Or just recast.
Or just
Thank you.
recast. Yeah,
Just recast. Christopher Judge is here.
I can see it.
I just want to say, I want to,
That'd be fire.
James Earl Jones is an icon, and he's like an acting legend, and his loss would be truly felt just from a like an artistic perspective. It's so rare to find such a rare talent, and so like a man who's, I think, so significant throughout like many generations. Like from we were kids and we knew who he was. My dad knew who he was. And it's like he's so iconic and one of the greatest actors of stage and screen, and kind of setting up a nice little legacy like him, Denzel. Just kind of like it's just so sad to see. Sad and beautiful, that he's blessed us with so many wonderful roles, so many wonderful projects, and that stand the test of time, I think. So just R.I.P. King.
I agree.
Yeah. He also
Luis is I know Luis knows some of these roles here that he's been in on stage. We actually just, and I know Gerardo, he sent you this clip too. The clip from Fences back in, was it 80s? The 80s when he was in Fences, right?
God damn.
Yeah, he played Troy in Fences. He was in Hamlet. He was in Othello as Othello. Like he's a heavy hitter, not just in film but on the stage too. And I think that's a testament to how like how great of a performer he is, how great of an artist he was. His stage was the stage was his canvas. The TV, the movies were his canvases, and just watching him, cook across these different roles it's amazing. It's very inspirational. You can see how different actors like Denzel, like you mentioned, have taken from him. It's a legacy. It's not gonna just end because he's passed away. It's gonna go on forever and ever, even past just Star Wars. Star Wars may be the main thing a lot of folks know him for, or for Lion King, but there's those of us who do know his other films, his other voice acting roles, his other narration roles. Like he's done a lot. So it's sad that he's passed, but it's also, he's lived a long life. He's done a lot in the 93 years he was alive.
Yeah.
And I think it's a testament to the kind of person he is and the legacy he's going to leave behind. So may he rest peacefully. Thank you for everything, James. Thank you for the just the memories that we're going to have. Those of us who are lovers of Star Wars are going to remember you forever. I'm a big Lion King fan because that movie's, it has a place in my heart. So this, I hope we're all the thoughts and prayers to his family for sure. And we'll see where the coming tributes that come the next couple days, weeks, from, bless you, from like George Lucas and all the folks at Star Wars, Lucasfilm, etc. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for this, George, for letting me see that.
On the oh my God, it's
Jesus.
What is that by him? What is that?
Where is that from?
Movie. He looks beautiful.
No, like there's like a little green thing. What is that? Is that a melon? What the fuck is that?
Is
that a bowling ball?
I don't want to say it's a watermelon, but it looks like one.
Jesus Christ!
I'm not even joking. It looks like a watermelon.
What movie
that or a bowling
is
ball?
this?
It's
look.
Well, should I show it again?
Yes, show it again. I don't think we'll have to censor it. We'll be fine.
It's not a joke. It looks like a watermelon.
It looks like a watermelon. Am I insane?
What
I think
movie
he's like on a
is
deserted
this?
island, and he
Y'all
found
see
a
that person
watermelon.
next to him? Y'all see that person next to him?
Stop.
Milk merchant through and through.
What movie is this?
I don't know.
A good milk merchant for real.
Wow. R.I.P.
Jesus.
The greatest hunter of pogs there ever was. You will be missed.
Jesus Christ.
That's insane. I'm sorry. That was
Shannon
terribly
Sharp
disrespectful.
Oh my God.
The Shannon Sharp of his time.
He walked so Shannon Sharp could run.
Chill.
Run and smash, baby. Beat them cheeks to smithereens.
Call it a smash and grab.
Of pog hunting.
Speaking of cheeks, bro. Speaking of cheeks, you know what is completely ass?
Nice.
You know what's absolutely ass?
So bad.
That dumbass Minecraft trailer that we just saw.
What are you talking about, guys? It's going to be cinema, and you're all going to be.
Shut the fuck. No, shut up. Nah, I'm muting that. That's off. That's over
That's
with.
a cartoon. That's a real
That's
cartoon
over with.
lover.
This is from the cartoon. You should be praising animation. We need the animation. He doesn't even know he's muted. I muted him for real.
But guess what? Like what they said back in the 1800s and the 60s, they may silence me, but I still have a voice. Power to the people.
Gerardo is the biggest Minecraft fan I know. So I'm really curious what you think of that movie. I haven't discussed it.
We'll start with Gerardo, then we'll go to AZ because he's the resident animation cartoon lover, and of course Luis will go next, and then I'll go next.
That's crazy.
Oh, my fault.
It
cartoon lover, not lover.
Yeah,
my
cartoon lover.
My bad.
Insane.
So Gerardo, let's know your thoughts, bro.
Thoughts. The trailer
ass
looks fucking horrible. It looks, and I know this isn't an original thought, but they described it so well. It looks like a fucking SNL skit, and it's hard to watch.
This looks
kind of bad.
SNL skit like of all like allegations.
It looks more like an SNL skit than SNL skits.
Yes, it's horrific.
The way they have Jason Momoa
SNL look like a real
fucking outfit, like it looked like
that pink leather jacket.
I saw somebody say it looks like a YouTube rewind, and I was like, "That's lore accurate."
That's terrible.
Factual. It does. It looks pretty bad.
That's diabolical.
Every
bro.
producer involved should what's it called? Start a shotgun.
The old Kurt Cobain paper face.
Our favorite Matt Berry is in it.
Matt Berry's in. Fuck me.
Hey,
is he really in Minecraft?
Yeah,
the voice of the
he's chasing that bag. Chasing that bag.
All I care about.
I promise you, he's the villager.
All I care about throughout this entire trailer, from what I'm seeing, is that Shorty, who plays Adebayo, is getting a paycheck between Peacemaker seasons 1 and 2, and that's really what matters to me. When I was saying earlier that this is going to be good, I said this looks laughably bad. And
this is
what I wanted. I wanted a movie that I knew from the beginning was going to be dog shit. And then when the bar was low, they managed to raise it by bringing it further down. It's incredible. It's immaculate. I expected like literally anything. I was really hoping for an animated one, but then I heard it was going to be live action, and I was like, "Oh, is it?"
Do you want to hear some bullshit? Luis, you're gonna feel so vindicated, bro. Do you know who's one of the producers on this film? One of the filmmakers involved in this film during development? Oh no, never mind. He was initially never mind. I read that wrong. Well, it said Sean Levy.
I knew you were going to say
hired.
God, I guess.
I read that so wrong. I thought they had him on there.
This is the most Sean Levy ass movie.
Luis is about to tear this shit up.
Deadpool and Wolverine already came out. I'm already vindicated.
That movie was fucking fun.
Anyways. No, isn't it a guy named Jared Hess is directing this?
He should be aware that he. Oh my gosh!
What?
Trying to do is very.
Jared Hess made Napoleon Dynamite. That's crazy.
What a fall from grace.
Yeah,
that man's doing a fucking Minecraft movie,
and Nacho Libre,
and it's overdue.
And Nacho Libre, bro. That's crazy.
I don't recognize that movie.
So could it be good?
No.
I hate Nacho Libre because
I hate
Jack
that
Black isn't Mexican.
He
isn't Mexican, and he's supposed to be. Fuck that movie.
I genuinely thought when
it's not like when Willem Dafoe is Mexican.
Willem is honorarily Mexican.
Exactly. He has the pass.
Willem can be whatever race he wants.
He has the beaner pass.
Was maybe like wait. No, wasn't he a black guy in a movie?
I think he was.
Willem Dafoe?
Willem Dafoe.
No, that's just the meme where he
played a light-skinned man.
He says, "I'm somewhat of a
scientist."
He was Norman Osborn with the waves.
I think
he has played a black man. Yeah, Norman Osborn.
Norman Osborn with the waves. I'm gonna make that my background one day when we talk about Spider-Man.
Hear my thoughts on the Minecraft movie. This is
dog shit.
It looks like dog shit. It probably is going to be dog shit, and I guarantee you, it's going to make $1.5 billion fucking dollars.
No.
Because
Yes.
the hate
Warren,
watchers like us.
sequel,
Yes.
baby.
No way.
Gerardo, I think you're
There's no
undermining. Dude, kids are gonna love it.
Crap.
Super Mario Brothers made $1 billion.
Yeah, but it was
Mhm.
animated.
Yeah, bro, but
It was also like actually good versus
Yeah.
this shit.
I
They
don't know.
make
Maybe,
kids movies like they
well,
used
maybe,
to.
if I'm being real,
maybe,
Kung Fu
maybe-
Panda 2 was a kids movie.
maybe
It was
I'm
beautiful and it made
I'm
me
giving it
cry.
too much credit. I don't think it's gonna be good, but I think like Jason Momoa is dog shit, but he's in it. People like him, I guess. People love Jack Black's Zionist ass. People, and Minecraft is like IP that's like it's super pop. It's like what 15 years old and it's still incredibly popular like to this day. I just think that like
Nah, the kids are playing Roblox, dude. They're not playing fucking Minecraft.
No, this is
that's
actually
true. That's true. Who knows?
real,
I hope I'm
real
wrong, and I hope
niggas on Fortnite right now.
I hope it flops. I hope it flops so that we don't get another one. But this just it looks horrific, dude.
We're gonna get 2 Mine 2 Craft in 2029.
Who
The sequel coming up.
plays?
You already know.
Who's the bad guy in Minecraft? The guy who destroys your
Hero
shit?
Brian.
Hero Brian. Who's gonna play Hero Brian?
There's
Tyrese.
saying,
No,
that's my brother Brian. He used to be a hero.
Right?
It's gonna be
You know
no. It's gonna be Jason Statham as Hero Brian.
how-
He's
No,
gonna kick. He's gonna come in
It's gonna be
kicking
Josh
doors.
Gad
and
because
shit.
he has to be Jack Black's brother.
Gentlemen,
Josh
you're all thinking too
Jesus
small.
Christ.
There's only one logical answer for this, and that is the main man himself. Think about it. Hugo Weaving as Harold Brian.
No, I
He
would never
refuses
wish
Who let
that
this
upon
man-
him.
Who let
because
this
he doesn't
man
believe in the
cook?
project.
He's not even cooking. He put the Pop Tarts in the toaster.
Isn't
This is
Hugo
the-
Weaving retired?
Wait a minute. Even better. What is scarier than Minecraft? Minecraft monster.
Nothing.
What's scarier than a Minecraft monster? A real life one. So we get Minecraft YouTubers. Hear me out.
Oh, who's the pedophile one?
Dream.
Throw a rock.
not that crescent
Rock,
chin
dude.
bastard.
I don't
Dream.
trust a
Captain.
single
What was his
Minecraft
name?
YouTuber, and I
Captain
mean that
Midnight.
from the bottom of
Captain.
my
Some
soul.
shit.
Oh
Dr.
yeah, I know
Disrespect.
exactly who you're talking about. He was super popular. I forgot his name.
Dr. Disrespect.
Captain Glitter or some bullshit.
Yeah, glitter sparkle, whatever the fuck.
Glitter Sparkle.
I don't
Maybe
know.
I don't.
Some
Fuck, I don't watch
famous,
that
some
bullshit.
famous YouTuber who's probably
I
a
only
pedophile.
watched Uber Haxer Nova play Minecraft because
That's
I was
right.
a grown
That's
up.
right.
Well, this film has managed to get some.
Wait.
It has
I will
managed to
say-
get an. Go ahead, because I was about to transition.
I will say one legitimate criticism that I have of this that I feel like
Bitch,
they did
it should be
they-
all criticism. What do you mean?
Yeah,
One
they're all
legitimate
legitimate.
criticism?
There's no praise
It's
for this
all
film.
legitimate
There's
criticism.
zero praise.
The reason is solely because of one thing, right? One sole reason. Let me fix my microphone so I can get down to brass tacks. All right. The main reason is because I am a
Paying
firm
a high-end
believer
price.
in the fact that I know 1,000%, more than anything, more than every single bone in my body, they pulled a Harold in the purple crayon. Because what they could have done was have
What
it
do you
be
mean?
animated the whole time. I think
yeah.
genuinely the sheep, the mobs, the world around it that doesn't have like a live action person, everything
It's gonna
great.
be animated.
And then it's just that one little bit that they fucked up. They had it right there in front of them, those stupid bastards. It could have made some actual money. This is gonna be just
this movie is
awful.
legitimately an amalgamation of all the things that I think are wrong with like Hollywood and just like filmmaking in general. I know that sounds a bit dramatic, but it's true. It's like it's IP farming. They're like Minecraft. Here we go.
I'm so
And
glad.
then on top of that, but like much like what AZ was saying, instead of trying to make like a good, interesting story, they're like, we'll just cram this with Jack Black and fucking Jason Momoa and watch the cash roll in. It's just like it's so like it's such a like a cynical way of like
Cash
viewing like filmmaking. You know, they're just like it's such a cash grabby ass, bottom of the barrel ass fucking.
It's almost
movie.
like
it's like nothing.
It's an affront to cinema in its own
Yeah,
way.
Exactly.
We've watched so many good films in the last few months, and we've talked about many good films in the last few months, and then you see some shit like this. You know, it's so crazy seeing a film like Dune, seeing like the bike riders, seeing art like people who are working on their craft and making good stories, seeing Alien Romulus. And then you see some shit like this,
No one's seen that
and I'm
movie.
like, "What the fuck is going on? Whose idea was this? This is not good." This is
What
terrible.
studio's
My
making this
idea.
movie?
And I'm glad you mentioned Harold and the
Warner
Purple
Brothers.
Crayon, bro. I'm so glad you mentioned Harold and the Purple Crayon because guess one constants is this motherfucker who played Gary in Harold and the Purple Crayon, Jermaine Clement, is in this movie.
Hey, Jermaine Clement though.
What?
No, he's had a fall from grace. Let's be
He's had a
honest.
hefty, bro. Look at his.
Still a great
look at his-
writer, but
Oh
We
my
had-
produced
God,
some dog shit.
Look,
brother,
look.
and he's gonna be in Megan 2.0.
I thought you were about
He's
to
gonna-
say he's.
That's gonna
If
be
he's
good.
acting,
That's
he's
gonna be
acting,
good.
Okay,
it'll be
okay.
good.
But
It'll be good. I believe in him.
He's acting
I don't
in
know.
Minecraft.
Oh, he's acting in it.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's in
It
Minecraft.
won't be enough to save it.
It
He'll
won't
probably
enough.
be fine. I think he'll
It's
be
just-
good. But it's
it's-
still
Him and Danielle
There-
Brooks are going to carry the movie, but it won't be.
Oscar
It won't
That's
be
the
nominated.
other
much.
thing too. What you
Oscar
mentioned about them just
nominated
shoving
Danielle.
star power into a film.
And Tony
and
Award
bring-
winner.
That's exactly
Danielle
what,
Brooks.
what,
No
what
one
you
knows what a
mentioned
fucking
earlier,
Tony
bro.
is.
I do.
One thing that I'm really just like wondering about
I'm
is
getting one
like,
of those one day.
like market wise, I understand who they think this movie's for. You know, people
Mhm.
who have just heard the name Minecraft and their kids will
Just say
shut up about it.
autistic people. Just say it, bro.
Okay,
Just say
yeah,
autistic
yeah, my
people.
fellow
Yeah,
autists.
just say you and your friends, bro.
Autistic queers. Say it. Autistic queer people.
Retired people.
Oh, sorry, just fucking,
Oh, is that what we're calling it?
just say
Deadpool.
you and your friends fucking got me. This fucking weird. But in all seriousness, I feel like they're thinking that okay, Minecraft is a large IP, it gets a lot of money, kids really like it, right? But I feel like they've really missed like the height era around.
That's what I'm
Minecraft.
saying.
It's still a very popular game. Don't get me wrong, but like was said earlier, I think it was by Matt and pretty much we all agreed. Like more kids are playing fucking Roblox. Also, by the way, Roblox. An insane fucking game, by the
Shut
way.
up.
It's,
I know they do crazy shit on there.
it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Right,
I
but
played
this
the-
Minecraft
Hell on
movie.
that bitch.
This Minecraft movie is a cash grab that's 8 years too
Yeah.
late.
It really
know?
is.
They
It really
should have
is
made
miss-
it whenever they made Spider-Verse. They should have made this movie like right after. Around
Warner
that time.
Brothers literally
animation was
canceled.
popping off.
They canceled the Batgirl movie, but they're releasing this.
This is some dog shit.
That's
They
crazy.
refused to make the
Zaslav is
Batman
number
Beyond
one.
animated
Which-
movie. And
which-
made this
Zaslav is
instead.
number one on my hatred list. 'Cause
Yeah.
I have a lot of malice towards that guy right now. And I
And,
don't think it's gonna go away.
and honestly,
I have so many I have such ill will in my
Such
heart for
ill
him.
will.
Speaking like a 1800s settler, I've got so much malice towards
So
that
much-
man.
I wish
malice.
many maladies will befall you. David Zaslav.
There you go. You could do one of your African.
may you're
curses on
not.
it.
May your lamb. You gotta hit him where it hurts. Be like,
Smite
May your
me,
yacht-
Zaslav, and my life is yours.
May
to
his
paraphrase
wallet
the
burn.
to paraphrase the great Bene Gesserit, may your Lambo chip and shatter on impact.
Yeah, please.
Jesus Christ.
May his
May your
penis
company,
chip and
may your
shatter.
company chip and shatter. May your
It also
company
is
shatter.
interesting now
Oh.
that you mentioned that, Matt. They did cancel Batgirl and they released this, which is amazing that an
I didn't say
IP which
that.
they don't.
Luis said that.
Oh, sorry.
We do
I was
look
just-
alike. I get
I
it.
would, yeah,
Common
Twin.
mistake.
Twin.
Twin.
glasses wearing coloreds, please. But sorry,
They have to
I was
see-
reading.
they
I
have
was
to
reading
see
a.
that they're robbing.
That's my bad. I was reading a David Zaslav quote on my screen here, but
Diabolical.
But-
We're getting
but-
sued.
but maybe
We said allegedly.
allegedly,
Allegedly.
allegedly, alleged quote.
According to rumors.
But what's amazing is like they canceled Batgirl, which is an IP tied to DC Comics, not only one of their biggest brands, but the biggest cash cows out of that being Batman, a character whose name is synonymous in superheroes that end with man, up there with like Spider and Super. So it doesn't make any sense that they have
Oh, man.
less faith in
Oh.
Batman than
Well, to be-
fucking Minecraft. Like
to be
that's
fair,
incredible.
Batgirl's a woman. So
Oh right, and Minecraft
David
is for
Zaslav,
boys.
allegedly.
and
Minecraft is for boys. Everyone knows that. Yeah.
Yeah.
For super
And
big,
she
tough,
was black,
strong men like me.
Which allegedly
Oh,
David did not like.
yeah. Honestly,
Jesus.
she was standing
talking
yeah.
about big strong boys.
Who?
You
Me?
see that? No, I'm saying you see that down.
Boy, put that down. Put them
Rebel
down.
Ridge. Rebel
We can't
Ridge is
show
about a
guns on
big, strong
YouTube.
boy.
Put
We
those
can't show
things
guns on
away
YouTube.
before the ATF starts knocking.
before the FBI.
I'm in the building right now. You know, see.
No,
We
so
didn't
for
forget.
Justin, and just to wrap that up, Minecraft looks like dog shit. I hope it flops.
I
Fuck
have
everyone.
no.
Fuck everyone
It looks
involved in
like
that movie
ass.
except for
We could
Daniel
have gotten
Brooks.
great. We could
Daniel
have gotten great
Brooks.
things out of that. Well, what we still like Jason Momoa in this house.
They attached
Everyone needs
Daniel
a
Brooks.
paycheck.
The only
Jason
good thing about Jason
Momoa.
Momoa is that he's smashing on Adria Arjona. That's the
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
thing.
I don't sexualize women like that on camera.
I do.
So
I do.
They
he was
got.
a Dune,
They
and he's
got,
going to be in the next one probably.
Oh,
God-
speaking of
God
things that
forbid.
I would do, the guy in Rebel Ridge. How about that? How
Hold
about
on,
that?
hold
Let's
on.
add
I
that
had
to
one more.
nah.
I had
excellent
one last
segue.
thing to
You
say.
can't. You
No,
gotta let Matt do
I
it.
had one last thing to say about
Stop
You gotta let the
Minecraft.
sexualizing men,
host-
AZ.
I got one last thing to say about Minecraft.
They have feelings.
I got one last thing to say about Minecraft, and it's that not enough star. There's not enough star power in the world that they can craft to save this film. They cannot put enough shit together to save
This
this
man
film.
fucking stopped you talking for that shit.
What if they put
Like,
Denzel, Pedro
Jason,
Pascal,
no, it's not. It's not gonna work. This is like
Tom Cruise?
Nah.
Denzel could do it.
the issue that they're running into
Glenn
is that
Powell, Denzel,
you know,
Tom
whole-
Cruise,
the whole
Pedro
IP
Pascal.
thing,
Pedro
the whole
Pascal.
the
Hold
whole
on, we
IP
need a woman.
thing,
We need a woman.
like the whole IP thing, and just trying to make movies off of some known property. Look at what Sonic did, and look at what they're doing with Minecraft. The
My
Sonic
glorious king.
the Sonic movies, should I say, not movies, because we're in the third one.
Yeah.
Look
Sonic
good.
Apparently,
Whether or not you actually want to watch it, you cannot deny it looks solid. It looks decent. When I watched this trailer, all I saw was Daniel Brooks, Jason Momoa, and those other two folks. Forgive me for not knowing y'all's names because I was so disgusted by this trailer.
you know what just came to
but-
mind?
Just like knowing that this shit is being made, that there's time and money being put into a film that's not going to be good. It's a bastardization of film. So all I'm going to say is it's garbage. It's not good. Whoever made this should be shot. Speaking of people being shot,
That's terrible.
That was
You made
terrible.
us wait for all.
That was
You
terrible.
ignored AZ's
let me get.
fucking
That's
transition
crazy.
for that.
We're gonna have to
bullshit.
watch this fucking trailer in theaters. By the way, I
I
hope y'all
think.
realize
I
that.
think.
Minecraft?
I
Yeah,
think
I'ma
what
kill
we should
myself.
do. I think what we should do. We
That's
should
a
fight
break
back.
right there.
We should fight back against the powers that be. We should really rebel.
There you go.
Speaking of Rebel Ridge, bro.
Speaking of Rebel Ridge.
Wow.
Rebel Ridge.
Wow.
I don't even have
Wow.
a transition
We'll let you.
for
We'll
that
let you,
one.
Ladies and
we'll let you
gentlemen,
go. We'll let you do one more.
Look
We'll
at
let
him
you do
go.
one
He
more.
did it.
Is
He
there one
finally
more?
got
Do
there.
one
Yeah,
more. You got
come
one more.
up
Get
on the fly. You got it. You got
One
it.
more try.
Oh, bro,
Go.
I was gonna
Don't think about
do.
it. Go.
I was gonna do one that but AZ. Oh wait, AZ, you've seen Rebel Ridge, right? Yeah, you've seen it. Gerardo won't get it. I was gonna say
I probably won't.
P-
You haven't watched it?
No, I
PAC.
have shit to do.
So we're gonna talk about some. We're gonna talk about some acronyms, bro. We're gonna talk about PACE. PACE. P is for primary, which is this film that was really good.
Stop. This is too long a
It's
transition.
right.
Anyway, Rebel Ridge.
That was a transition. I thought he was doing a
I was-
monologue.
No, we're
about to
talking
start
about
some
Rebel.
shit.
We're talking about Rebel Ridge, guys.
The knowers who know. Okay, I was about to do.
Hey,
I was about
that
to put
trailer
that
looked
one.
pretty cool. And Don
The
Johnson
movie
as
was
a
pretty
racist
cool.
again.
No. Wait.
He's
wait,
in
wait,
his
wait,
element.
Wait.
Let's start from the top. Let's start from the top.
I think I've got it.
What?
I'm gonna let him do
I
this
will
one.
not be copying a ticket. Speaking of cops, we're talking about Rebel Ridge, baby.
The idea is that we don't like
That
the
was
cops.
good.
Boo. Boo.
What? Oh my god! All right.
Fire
The
both
comments
of
will
these
vindicate me.
motherfuckers right now.
We're 0-4
The
right
comments will
now.
vindicate me.
We're
I don't care.
0-4
That was dog shit.
We're 0-4. We missed on that, but you know who didn't miss?
Speaking of
The
back
director
in
of
the
Rebel
blue.
Ridge.
Jeremy Saulnier.
You know who didn't miss? Aaron Pierre.
There you
Everybody in this film fucking cooked, and we're gonna start from the top. We're gonna praise Aaron Pierre as an actor. We're gonna praise. This is a very. Luis and I texted about this for a minute about this film
Oh, yeah.
too, because like he watched it. I think you had watched it first out of everyone,
go.
and then I think AZ watched it next. I watched it like a day ago, and I was like, "Holy shit! I should have watched this as soon as it dropped." I don't know if Gerardo hasn't seen it yet, and I don't know if Graham or David's probably seen it. I don't know if Graham has seen it yet because Graham is in the trenches right now, working at 3 a.m. or whatever the hell. That
Because
boy
Graham is pro cop. That's why he hasn't
That
seen
boy,
it.
Yeah, Graham backs the blue.
no, no, don't do
We are
him
not
like that,
starting
Yeah,
this
bro.
chapter
He
of
has, one
Don't
of,
Rambo.
do
those,
him
he has
like
one of
that.
those Punisher stickers on his car. I've seen it.
Don't
He
do it.
ran out
Don't
of
Oh
do
my
them.
Graham
God.
like that, bro. But no, like this is a good film. This is a fun film. It's so crazy seeing a movie like this and knowing that Extraction is made by the same company and it's on the same streaming platform. Like, what the fuck? What happened?
I heard it's
Russo-
set in the same universe.
So it's the fact that this movie
Crossover
is directed by Jeremy Saulnier or Saulnier.
Mhm.
Saulnier. It sounds French, but anyways,
Sounds
he's
French.
Jeremy
Coward,
Saulnier. Anyways, he's
surrender.
a fantastic
USA.
filmmaker. If you're not familiar with his work, he directed a movie called Green Room, which is which is damn near a masterpiece. That's a
This is
fantastic
him?
film. Yeah,
Mhm.
Oh, I gotta watch this.
it's a
shit.
fantastic film. And then
Go.
and then I'd watched another film of his called Blue Ridge, which was shot like was made on like which made it's important to
Shot
this
on an
conversation
iPhone.
because that film was made like with a very like shoestring budget. But what's very important about that is
They
that
made that shit off thoughts and
a lot
prayers.
of the ideas that are presented in that movie Blue Ridge, which you can watch on Tubi, everybody, if you have Tubi, is a lot of those ideas are then he kind of
Fleshed
plays them
out.
back and touched on in this movie. It feels like Blue Ridge was kind of like an exhibition for what Rebel
It was his
Ridge
demo reel
is.
for
He was
Rebel.
kind of like, oh, okay, what would I do now that I have a budget? Now that I have more experience as a filmmaker, and now and given in the time that we live in now, he's just great at making these revenge thrillers, which three of his films that I've seen are, and he just he the way he captures tension and action and movement with the camera.
Is it as brutal as Green Room?
No, it's not
No.
as brutal as Green Room. It's
So
not.
like the thing about this
It's-
movie,
Green Room made me tap out for like 10 minutes.
It's
'Cause
a
I was
lot.
like, oh fuck. I was
That's
like,
so
yeah,
good.
it's an intense
Understandable.
fucking movie.
But go what were you gonna say, Matt?
I was gonna say this movie here, like people on Twitter were like, "Oh, it's just a black Rambo." I'm like, I don't know if I would even say that, but
Rambo was black.
oh my god,
It's just it's like it's
They were
it's a
telling him to cut
phenomenal-
his hair and shit. They were criticizing how he was dressed.
They call him boy.
Yeah, I don't know. Rambo is a
the
tale
people
of the
that
black
say that the
premise
people that
of
say
the-
that lack like kind of like
Media literacy
yeah, because the context
and depth.
of the film matters significantly. Like the
Yes,
fact that
like the story of this film is the backstory is Terry, the main character, Terry Richmond, former Marine. He's trying to bail his cousin out from the jail because he's in with the wrong people.
Yeah.
He's gonna be at risk for being in Gen Pop.
So he's trying to bail him out of
He's trying to bail him
jail.
out so he doesn't get freaking killed.
He gets his money seized by the cops, and the film is about him
Unjustly
trying to get
seized
unjustly
through-
seized by the cops.
And
He
let
gets
me expound.
Wait,
on that
hold
part
on. Let me
for
just
the
explain
folks
the
who
plot.
don't know.
It's him. He gets his money unjustly seized by the cops, and the movie is him trying to get it back legally and fairly and justly at 1st, but they keep turning him away and shutting the door on him. So he's gonna get his money back and kind of like get his revenge in a just
Gonna get
manner.
his lick back.
Essentially,
And
he's gonna get his
to-
lick back. Exactly. So that's essentially what the film is.
To add weight to what Luis just said, the cops in this film took that money unjustly. They
Mhm.
profiled the shit out of him. They said his money was involved in a drug conspiracy.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all are throwing bullshit charges on this
Or
guy. Y'all
possible
making shit
drug
up.
conspiracy.
Like, are you the possible police? Are you the prediction police? No,
The
you're
possible-
supposed to
The
predict-
Minority Report.
What do you
I
think
was about
this
to
is?
say this is
Always
Minority
gonna come
Report. Yeah.
What do you think this is, brother?
Literally.
Like that's not how this works. That's not how you're supposed to. That's not how you interpret the law. They effectively stole his money within the legal confines of the law.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, "Oh, we're gonna take this shit into evidence because you're gonna use it to. You're a drug mule. You're involved in drug trafficking activity. You got this money illegally." Even though he's literally showing them, "Hey, I got this money from my steak at the restaurant. I'm trying to purchase this truck. I'm trying to bail my cousin out. We're trying to do trying to do shit the right way. Blah blah blah." And instead of them, and these are the same people who allegedly respect veterans, right? Mind you, allegedly they respect
Matt,
veterans.
he's black. Come
It
on,
doesn't
brother.
count.
It doesn't
out,
count,
dude.
man.
And then
Come on,
all
brother.
I needed to hear was them calling him boy one time, boy. I would have jumped through that. Anyways, so it that's the premise of the film, just like Louis said,
Which is very
they snatch his
pertinent,
money,
right?
and
and that happens in the first 5
like
minutes of the
10,
film.
not even 10 minutes. It's like the first thing that happens.
So from the
riding his
get-go,
bike,
you're like,
and you
oh,
already know.
I see what this is.
And I mean, for those of you who haven't seen it yet, this is going to be a bunch of spoilers at this point. But like them stopping him on the bike pissed me off bad because like that's not what you do, bro. He's riding his fucking bike.
But here's the
They had to hit a
but,
cut maneuver on a fucking bicycle.
but
I
this is
know
what I'm
how
gonna say about
how pussy of a
God
cop
damn.
are you?
here's
How
here's,
weak of a
here's
cop
what I'm
are
gonna
you?
say about the movie. I don't know how far I'm
Those are
gonna.
synonyms.
I don't know how I don't know how into it we're gonna get considering Gerardo hasn't seen it, but it's like
Go for it. I don't care.
I had a conversation with Matt about how
Real.
he doesn't kill any of the cops. Ultimately,
Unfortunately, my
listen. Ultimately, he doesn't kill them.
I don't
They-
like this movie.
I know. Listen. He fights them and he like beats them
Just
up and he
noticed
like
it.
disarms them and shit. But ultimately, he doesn't kill them. And I as soon as I finished watching it, or when Matt was watching it, we had this conversation, and I had told him I was like, that's the kind of the one thing that bothered me about the film was the fact that he doesn't end up killing any of them. But then I thought, and I was like, it matters that it's a white man who's directing this movie. Right? Because imagine what it says if you have a white man directing a black man depicting the murder of cops. It would be too like complicated. Like it would be
Black exploitation.
exactly. And conservatives would have a fucking field day. And it was like, and I think the ultimately the decision they made as to how he handles the cops and what ends up happening, and ultimately how the movie wraps up, I think was the best and smartest way to go about it. Because if he doesn't kill the cops, then people can complain about it, and what matter, and you can focus on the important matters at hand, which is that this system is corrupt and it's abusive and it's set to racially profile black and brown people and take advantage of them, etc. Right? And so if you don't have him kill any of the cops, you can still focus on that. You're like, look, he didn't kill anybody. This is a fantasy, so he ended up getting away with it but many people aren't lucky and they don't get justice and they don't get away with it and they don't come away on top. And so what ultimately bothered me at first, because I was like, this is a movie, it should be like a revenge fantasy, it should be cathartic, have him kill these racist ass cops. But then after talking it out with Matt, I was like, no, it makes sense that Jeremy Saulnier, a white director, took the decision that he did and in regards to the scale of the violence and how far he made our protagonists go. And I just thought it was handled adeptly and smartly and empathetically, as much as it pains me, on both sides. Because you have to kind of, oh, there's a cop who's actually not that bad, right? Or one of the cops is a black woman, so so it's kind of like, they tried
from the inside.
exactly. They tried their best to kind of be like, the cops aren't all ultimately racist.
They had the first cop who snatched the money from him be the guy who's helping him out at the end. I was like, don't give me that.
Yeah,
bro.
I was like,
he's a piece
him.
of shit.
Yeah,
he's a piece of.
He's a racist piece of shit.
He pit maneuvered a guy on a bike that could have killed him. He could have broken his legs, and they want to make him
He feared for his life, Matt.
Get a redemption arc. I don't give a fuck what he feared, bro.
Well, he was dying. He has kids. He has a family.
You know who else has kids?
Ultimately
Black
a good
people.
man.
You know what he doesn't
Do a safe
respect?
job.
Black people.
No, but I think
Sorry,
I've been talking
sorry.
too much,
Stop, you're
bro.
making me like him.
I've
more.
been talking too much. I'll let you guys
The
go.
one thing I wanted to say about this film, and Luis and I texted about this, just we were talking about how the ending and how he didn't kill the corrupt officer. I texted Luis and said the director knew that their audience would be mainly black and brown folks who have a dislike for law enforcement for valid reasons, for the different corruption we've seen, the brutality we've seen over the years, the just abuse of power. And we would be those folks would be hoping or expecting him to kill the corrupt cops in an act of revenge. And then when he didn't, that was just a direct analogy to how white folks can take out their frustrations and nothing will happen. a white dude Dylan Roof shot up a church, killed 9 people, and they took him to fucking Burger King. But should a black man raise his voice, they're gonna brutalize the fuck out of him. Smash him on the sidewalk. Look at what they did to Tyreek for rolling his window up.
Yeah.
That was a blatant use.
Man, he should have complied, Matthew.
Oh no!
His windows were tinted. His windows were tinted. You know how dangerous that is?
What if he pulled out a grenade?
Hold on. They saw.
Yeah, let me keep going.
They saw a black man in a nice car, and they're like, "Let's do something about it." He wasn't even speeding. You cannot obtain speed like
he didn't have a seatbelt.
Whatever it was, I don't give a fuck.
They wouldn't be able to see. The windows are tinted.
The
story doesn't add up.
Exactly. See, thank you, Gerardo. But the point is that there's a vast difference between how certain folks can react and can't react, and that's what this film was an analogy of. And like brown and black people must show restraint. We can't be, we can be angry, but we can't be too angry. We can't be.
You can't retaliate.
That's not right. That's exactly why he used the less lethal rounds, the non-lethal rounds, instead of actually shooting that shit up. You saw what type of guns were in there. There were all types of armaments, and he was fucking strapped to the teeth like Deadpool. He could have been in there and fucking shit up. But he didn't. He chose not to. He used his hand-to-hand combat skills. He was a trained martial arts expert. Like, he did stuff that would, and I'm glad they didn't also crank up, like, make him like John Wick and have him just fucking beating the shit out of them and killing them left and right, and show that he was showing that restraint. It made sense.
Yeah, throughout the film, they always had him take the most righteous path. Right, but like you said, that's analogous of like what it's like to be like a black person in this country, about how you always have to be more respectful, and you always have to act a certain way, and you always have to talk a certain way and present a certain way, because God forbid you get angry or yell or show, because now you're a stereotype.
Now you're a threat. Now you're aggressive. Now you're being a problem. Now we have to
even if that reaction is justified, and like in a situation in which cops illegally seize your money so you can release your cousin, and then they block every opportunity for you to be. Yeah, it's so fucked up. And then like the fact but I think it's
like he won at the end of the day. Like, he managed to save the footage from the dash cam. Long story short, there's a shootout at the end, and the chief shoots one of his officers, the dickhead from the beginning of the movie who ran him over. He shoots him in the leg. Real quick, I'm gonna finish this thought, and I'm gonna talk about Don Johnson because I have a thought on that too. But he shoots his officer in the leg. The officer says the footage is on the dash cam, blah blah blah. It's going to show everything prior to that incident. Aaron Pierre saves the dash cam, and he won. He won the day, but he still didn't get his vengeance. He still didn't get his justice for Mike. He still didn't get his money back. His truck got fucked up.
Yeah, his cousin still died. He didn't get his money back. Nothing.
At the end of the day, he lost. Like, at the end of the day, yes, he won, but he lost. Like, let's be real.
If I'm gonna be completely and totally honest, I'm very glad that you guys just confirmed something that I had suspicions of, and I wasn't sure if it was just me not giving a fuck, because I think most white people are the same person. But I was like, when they found the quote unquote. So for those of you who don't know, there's a Al Pacino movie. It's called Serpico, about a cop who tries to take down corruption. And in the movie Rebel Ridge, they codename one of the cops that's on their side Serpico, and you don't know who it is. Now, like a racist, which I was putting my mindset on the mind path of, because that's what the movie was talking about, and not because I was like, she's the only black woman in a field full of rednecks, I feel like she's on our side. I assumed it was the lady cop. Now, it wasn't. It was the dude who ran him over at the beginning. And when that happened, I was like, it gotta be new. I've never seen him before. Like, this can't be the same dude. Like, there's no way. There's no shot.
But it was smart. It's smart storytelling.
General hucks his ass.
But it's smart that they're constantly kind of like playing with your expectations of what to expect, and that in and of itself is a testament to like Jeremy Saulnier, because he wrote and directed this, about like how he's like, this is what you expect from a black woman cop, right? He's like, the audience is going to expect her to side with Terry. Oh wait, she doesn't. That's interesting. Oh hey, this racist cop who did abuse his power at the beginning and was incredibly kind of fucked up.
Giving
Actually,
him
turns
a
out,
redemption arc.
Honestly-
murdering an innocent black man is where he draws the line, right?
And also-
so it's like I
also-
get what he's
Get him
doing.
out of there.
It
Yeah.
just
Get him
made
out
it.
of there.
It
And
made
I-
the film more interesting.
I will say, it just fell flat for me with that reveal. It didn't work for me. I was like,
The
Also,
film's not perfect. The film's not perfect. It has its flaws. Like, for example,
But
I think
I will say it was very accurate in the aspect of that cop finally stepping up to do what's right, because
where she,
when a white woman
oh
was put
yeah,
in danger, he stepped in. And that's a true cop. That's a true American cop.
That's
I take
right.
it back. Best film ever. More accurate.
protect our white women. Agreed.
no,
I agree.
seriously, it's like,
They'll beat
and
him, but they
especially
won't put him in the ground.
having what was her name? I forgot her character.
Anna Sophia Robb.
What's it called?
Who
Sims,
is that?
Officer Sims.
Oh,
Oh.
The black woman cop.
Yeah.
She's Serpico. At the very end, she was quote unquote turning him in to lock him up and whatever. At the very end, she had I guess a change of heart or whatever, or she finally it's like, hey, I've been dealing with this shit enough.
Or
Let's
the
go
movie
ahead and do
was ending.
something about it. And they pit maneuvered the chief, and then his ass got arrested. And they took the injured cop to the hospital. Everyone was singing "Kumbaya" at the end of the fucking movie. But it's just I don't know. That one was kind of cliche. I was a little bit on the nose. I knew that was going to happen.
but I think it also
But
works. I think it's
also,
interesting
yeah, it
because it's
works.
like because he still wins. He wins at the end of the day, but it's like you don't. It's not. There's no catharsis. You don't feel
Yeah.
relief. You don't feel like we won. We as an audience don't feel relief. We're just like, oh, okay, and that's indicative of like the real life criminal justice
Yeah.
system and what it's like being a person of color, et cetera, et cetera.
It-
But
Now, another main thing I wanted to talk about.
Mhm.
Mr. Don Johnson, brother. The first thing I was introduced to him as a film was Django Unchained.
Oh my God.
Don
He
the Grand
played-
Wizard
Yeah.
Johnson.
He played
down the Grand Wizard
he played-
Johnson.
he played Big Daddy, the slave owner.
Say his monologue.
on-
Do it. You're the only one who can.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
What's that boy who
I'm
breaks
not
the glass?
I'm not saying that whole monologue, bro. There's too much
Hold
to
up.
say.
Hold up. Hold
But
up.
That's
Gerardo,
not what I said.
I can't see fucking shit out these things.
to basically just touch on that point and Gerardo's kind of subheader right there. That is 3 roles in a row that I've seen Don Johnson play a racist.
And like
Django Unchained,
it's very scary.
Knives Out, and Rebel Ridge.
And Rebel Ridge, and he's leaning to
Hey.
like
And Watchmen, so that's
one
4.
role,
And
one role is-
Watchmen.
one role is one thing. One role is one thing. 2 roles, I will chum it up to a coincidence. 3 roles, is a pattern.
I don't. It's not an indictment of Don Johnson.
4
He
roles.
just
is like,
knows
hey,
what he
brother,
can play.
He's an old
He's got
actor,
that.
and he's like, hey, they keep casting me as these. There's a work given our current political climate. Yeah,
brother.
he's not racist.
No,
I think he's
no,
kind of woke. Actually, I think he's like an
no.
activist.
I don't know
and
if
shit.
he is. I just doubt.
I think he is.
actually a racist.
He's not
I'm not
racist.
doing-
Yeah.
No,
It's
I'm not
acting.
doing that.
Matt sounds like the people who are like, I would not let my actor's girlfriend have a sex scene with another guy because
He's
what
not
the fuck?
No.
This is-
He's
no,
not
Wait.
He's saying
I
he's
kinda-
not all.
Listen. Django was one thing because Leo DiCaprio, we had Titanic Leo DiCaprio, we had Inception Leo DiCaprio saying the hard R for like
If you're okay
half the
with
movie.
Leo's
fucking-
lying. You know that story is fake, right? Leo added extra N-words to the script,
Yeah.
from what I heard.
He rewrote it.
Let's
Either
go.
So
Either way,
Release
this
the
is-
Leo cut.
that's one role. Have we seen Leonardo DiCaprio act another racist role?
wait till that motherfucker turns 60, and I promise you, he will play a lot more racist
Now-
roles. I guarantee it.
Don Johnson
Yes, he
has
has.
played not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 problematic characters. To say,
Hold
I'll
on, see
make
if I can find more.
sum it up as that problematic characters. I'm a little bit like
Disney Channel
I don't know,
episode.
dude. That's giving me a little like
Nah,
You know?
I think you're overthinking it. I,
Like, what you
All right,
doing?
Matt.
I guarantee you, it's because he's like, hey, these are pretty
Because
easy
he's
to
got
play.
that look, man.
Yeah,
He does
he's
have
got
the
that
look.
look, and it's the voice. He's got the accent down, and like in this movie, he was so
around
good.
my niggas, you can't.
Look, wait. I have a good way
Scary.
perspective on this, right?
Go for it.
If you think that Don Johnson with those 4 projects, back-to-back races, is pretty cool. The Wire, sorry, not The Wire. I believe it's Oz. Was on for 9 seasons. J.K. Simmons.
That is true.
Greatest neo-Nazi I've ever seen committed to screen.
That's
Jesus
true.
Christ. No, I can't forget that. Yeah.
That's like 9 years. Omni-Man, he's J. Jonah goddamn
And you love that
Jameson.
motherfucker, man. And that's a very good point.
Dude.
Get his face.
Interesting how J.K.
Your
Simmons
audio
does
keeps
another
cutting
thing.
out, AZ.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
It's not his fault.
That's analogous for the oppression that the black man faces in America.
He was
today.
cooking too hard, and they were
He
trying
was
to
being
silence
silenced.
the woke mob.
They got him.
Is it cutting out now? Is it good?
I think you're good.
Also,
Healed.
Luis,
All right,
Luis, just so you know, the guy who played that other racist cop, the one with they all had beards.
Emery
But the one-
Cohen.
Yeah,
he was in the Bike
He was in the
Riders.
Bike Riders.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
know.
that was so crazy because I
He's
was looking at him
amazing.
I was like, he looks familiar. I was like,
Okay.
He's a great
I
actor.
couldn't pinpoint where. I looked it up. He's great.
We're gonna
He
say
plays
is he?
racist a little too
So-
well, but he's great.
Okay. So I feel like it is kind of odd at the start of like his main propulsion into
Mhm.
stardom. 4 back-to-back races. Impressive.
What?
Say odd. I wouldn't say indicative of anything. I'm just like, okay. But I feel like if J.K. Simmons is still doing it,
Yeah, sorry, because I know
Let me try
you're about. I know you're about to cook, but it's like it won't let. It keeps.
The mob is getting. The man is getting.
How
him
about
right
now? Is this better?
Yes,
Much better.
there we go.
Speak on my brother,
Okay.
please.
Okay. So
Let my
I'm
people
thinking
go.
if it's going to have if he's going to have a career to where he's really good at playing racist, I feel like we should let him do something until, I don't know, he inevitably becomes like a Marvel fucking actor or some shit. I don't know what else he's gonna do. It's
Don Johnson?
Hold on, Don Johnson?
actor.
The new
Time
Red
out.
Hulk
Time out.
when
Time out.
Harrison
You know, he's
Ford
Dakota
died.
Johnson's dad.
I'm just being hyperbolic,
that.
bro. I am just being hyperbolic. Don Johnson has been in a lot of other roles, but that's
Yeah, a
just
lot of
this,
not only
there's just
racist
four roles that I know very well that are
as an
racist
old white
characters.
man. Yeah, he's playing a
But
racist white man.
he was in Miami Vice, bro. He's been in so many different things. Like I'm just being goofy.
You're just joking.
Oh,
I'm
Not,
not.
it's not
Don
serious.
Johnson is a racist.
but
He called me the N
But I
word,
will
and I'm
say-
not even black.
Oh my god.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, not my boy Don.
I will say,
No,
I will
Don
say-
Don seems like a cool dude.
yeah. I feel like he sends like an NAACP check every time he gets cast.
Yeah,
as
for
like-
sure.
Probably.
He's that get out character who's like,
Yeah,
I would
he
have voted
doesn't
for
even
Obama a
write what
third
it's
term.
for. He doesn't even write what it's for anymore. It just says and then it sends it up.
Yeah,
my
no. YA.
But-
You know.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
And the movie tickets are in
So-
the bag.
It's just overall, and I mean that's just a testament to him as an actor too.
Yeah.
You really believe that he's this problematic ass character in each film he's been in. So that just shows how well they cast this film across the board. I don't think anyone really missed in terms of their roles, except for maybe I don't know.
We gotta talk about the other actors for just a second.
Yeah, we talked
No,
about.
we
So we
don't.
talked about. Obviously, we talked about. Aaron Pierre, solid actor. Don Johnson, Mister, plays racist too well. So that's how you know he's a good actor.
Let me just get to my girl.
Anna Sophia Robb, Bridge to
Look,
Terabithia.
I was about to say, look,
Go.
I've been
Go.
locked in, bro. That was the first thing I ever saw her
I'll be
in, and
new.
I was in.
New.
I swear, I was in love.
Race
with
to
her.
Winch Mountain.
I had
my nigga. Like,
I had
let's go.
dreams about her. I was so in love with her when I was a
That's
kid.
her?
It was so yes, but
That's the
but,
only
here-
thing I know her from. I'm
but here's-
trying to place her face.
but here's what I was gonna say is that I haven't seen her since Race to Witch Mountain, which I think is the last thing I
Yeah,
saw
hard.
her in. So it was really nice, and it was really nice to see her in this because I was like, whoa. And this, if you're Rob, where have you been? And it's nice to see that she kept her own with incredible performance. I thought she was amazing. I thought she was great. I think I have absolutely nothing negative to say about any of the performances. Now that being said, Aaron Pierre blew me the fuck.
bro.
He knocked my
Goat.
socks off. He was amazing. He was
It was
insane.
good.
Goat.
My
Dog.
He was amazing, and I know he's too light skinned, but I'm gonna die on this train. Aaron Pierre for John Stewart in the Lanterns TV show.
Dark skin
I-
erasure. I can't stand for it.
No.
Listen. Let's be real. If they don't cast a dark skinned guy, if they don't cast, your boy, cast this man. One thing I noted, his eyes were like already green. He's got like green hazel eyes, so
he's a pretty ass
that saves you on the
motherfucker.
CGI, bro. That saves you on the CGI.
Yeah,
And also, like, he's a phenomenal actor.
he was amazing.
He studied at Lambda, bro.
Yeah.
Like the one drawback.
Lambda
is
or
he's
Rada?
British. Lambda. Yeah, he's Lambda. The only drawback I have is that he's British. He's from the UK, so I know if I hear him in an interview, I'll be like,
that explains why his accent sounds vaguely American. Like I can't place it to a region.
But here's the thing.
He's great.
He's amazing.
A great actor.
This movie. It's gonna propel his career. Like I think he's gonna have offers coming in left and right. We're gonna see a lot of
his blank check film. Like
I saw him in a movie called.
Everything.
Oh shit! Aaron Pierre's in Old. That dog shit.
He's in
Old.
Yeah.
Oh,
he played that rapper, right?
Old?
Yeah.
He played that rapper, right?
Makes you old.
Mid-size
sedan.
sedan.
The last thing I saw Aaron Pierre in was a movie called Foe with Saoirse Ronan and Paul Mescal, and that movie is dog shit. It's atrocious. But
Paul Mescal washed.
He is
actor.
He is the. You haven't seen things. Shut up, bitch. He's the best thing.
Doesn't he play Terry? Another Terry in there, or is it Terrence? Right?
Terrence, yeah. But he's the best thing in that movie. So it's just good to see him get his flowers. I'm excited to see where his career goes because he carried this movie on his back and he did not falter. Now that being said, I just want to mention really quick that he replaced John Boyega, who was originally supposed to play Terry, and I'm so fucking glad this movie did not get made with John Boyega because
it wouldn't have been the same.
They only wanted a British black man.
Right.
See John Boyega doing anything that this guy does in this movie and making
anything good.
No, John Boyega is good. John Boyega is good. I'm not gonna lie.
Is he?
Here's my thing. Have you guys seen They Clone Tyrone?
Yeah. I've heard.
I feel like it's good, but I feel like it would have been a rehash of the same, same accent.
Yeah.
Not the same character, obviously, but same kind of concept, right? He's a British guy playing an American dude.
You know what? Yeah, he's worked with Steve McQueen as well on Small Axe. And Steve McQueen's a fantastic filmmaker. So
my favorite cast member in Cars.
He probably could have done it, but
I think casting Aaron Pierre. This is like how when Marvel casts small actors and they get propelled to stardom.
Yeah,
Aaron Pierre cooked. He did what he needed to do, and right now the next movie on his docket on his list is Mufasa, the Lion King. He's voicing Mufasa, but past that, he's gonna be a name that we're gonna keep hearing over and over again.
That's a fat paycheck he about to get. He got for that though.
Mm-hmm. And he was one of his most prominent roles was in that show Krypton that was on Sci-Fi. He plays Dev M.
Who was
Dev M.
You're asking me about shit I don't know because I know some obscure characters. This is an obscurity that I have not obscured in my life.
I don't know who the
fuck.
I didn't watch.
Yeah, if the resident comic knower does not know. Yeah,
they probably made him up for the show. They probably made him up for the show.
Dev M, bro.
That's got to be a show original character. I've never heard of this nigga.
No, it's a Jerry Siegel. He's an OG. He's a Kryptonian.
No way.
From Golden Age?
Yeah.
No, it's probably made up for the show.
Jerry Siegel made him.
He's a real character. He's a real
character. So Krypton. I never really watched
real character.
I couldn't get into it. But I heard he did well. He did, and what I'm seeing is a trend. He does every role that he's in, no matter what it is, he brings 110%. So I know going forward, let's just assume that for some reason they do cast him for Green Lantern.
They will.
He's gonna cook. I'm not worried about that franchise if they put him. The issue is the Hal Jordan side. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about. But he's gonna
get in there.
I think
make Hal crazy.
No, that's my Scarecrow, bro. That's Scarecrow.
Brother, you mispronounced the words Glenn and Powell. I believe that's what
he's too young.
No,
he's too young. They're looking for a 50-something actor.
I can age him.
I can age him.
I'll fix him.
But yeah, and overall, what do you give the movie, man?
Yeah, ratings wise, man, I give this one an 8. I give this 7.5, 8 out of 10.
Okay.
It's not a 9. It's not a 10 for sure. We've already given our 10s for this year. I don't think we're going to see another 10 until November with Gladiator 2.
We're not going to see
That's
another 10 until
crazy.
we're not going to see another 10 until we watch Beetlejuice.
Sonic 3.
Oh my God.
I'll give it an 8 as well. It's that's a 20 out of 10. Let's go, man. Lock the fuck in, baby. Let's go. JC Shandor, baby. Okay, y'all ain't ready for that pod, baby. I'm about to cook. But anyways, but yes, I'll give this movie an 8 as well. It's not my favorite Jeremy Saulnier movie. I think that's Green Room. I think that movie is perfect. That's a 10 out of 10. And this, although it doesn't live up to it, and it's much different, it's really good. And for a Netflix movie, I think this is the kind of stuff they need to do. They need to let wonderful filmmakers make good shit instead of the garbage that we're used to seeing. So I liked it. It was great.
Yeah, I agree. AZ, what you got?
I'm gonna be honest. It took me like 2 or 3 tries to watch this movie. Just because
it's not animated.
Because
it's
not cartoons.
Oh my God!
He sat
through no Japanese people.
He sat through the Terminator anime, but he took him 2 to 3 tries to see this.
First off, that was not in one go.
Dog shit nowhere. Dog shit nowhere.
I have no medical insurance.
Dog shit
if I
nowhere.
tried to watch that in one go, I would
dog shit nowhere.
I would need to go to a hospital. No, I was over.
You enjoy ass,
right? The only reason
he does. He does.
Look.
Yeah,
the first time that I watched it, right? Or I tried to watch it. It was like really
that's a lower level joke.
I've been up all night, right? And then I had to go do something. But I also like I want to say realistically, I had to watch this about twice. And the reason why is because when I watched it the first time, I wasn't sure if I like really caught it because certain parts of the writing just weren't working for me. So I was like, let me double back and make sure like I'm not tripping, like I wasn't missing something. Like looking down at my phone or whatever. Because as a good reviewer, I watch things twice to make sure that my opinions are solid. Because I'm
not me. I see it once and I know. First opinion.
That's all I need.
That's all you need. One bite. Everybody knows the rules.
Like certain things weren't entirely working for me. And as much as in my head I was like, no, this is pretty lore accurate to American police. It got a little bit hyper real for me. It got more so into the realm of parody at certain parts where I was like, all right, bro.
Parody? Interesting.
Nah, bro.
Or
trust me. It's not parody. This is too accurate.
It got cheesy. It got corny, but not in a way that I found resonating with me. Like I was just
interesting.
I was locked in, right?
Let me tell you from personal experience.
There weren't enough cartoons flying around the screen.
And then at certain point, because that's a fucking cartoon. I can't look out my window and see a talking cat. What the fuck?
And this is real life. Black people are abused by police in this country. And that's corny to you?
None of the cops turned around and said, Nani?
There was I didn't really
let him talk.
My bad. Hold on. Let me say this. I feel like it was more so the aspect of like the whole cops criminal empire. I didn't feel like was well put together. It confused me more than anything.
That's the most realistic part.
No. That makes sense. But like when I started to think about it a little bit more logistically, I was like, I don't know if that really works for me. It didn't feel as digestible, I guess. So
that's fair.
I gotta give this like a 7. I gotta give it a 7. It's good. It's good. Fair. It's a Netflix original, and I think it's great considering what the competition is for Netflix material. But it's just certain parts of it took me out more than anything.
Everything is explained in the movie, so I don't know what to tell you about it not making sense, brother. And this is very much a thing that police do in small towns. But
I'm telling you right now, bro.
We own the city. It happens in big towns too.
I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. This movie is not parody. It's not cheesy. It is accurate as fuck. The only thing that was inaccurate was that they're driving them old ass Crown Vics. Because every police department I know has some form of Dodge Charger or some form of Tahoe.
Even the poor ones.
Even the poor ones. That's how they do it. if they're embezzling, if they're taking money from people off the streets, they're gonna come up with some new ass cars.
No, but I
bro.
think that's interesting. I really like Easy's kind of like assessment of it. I
Yeah.
never said what my problem with it was. I think it's a little long and it drags in the middle.
That
I think
that
if you cut,
especially.
I think you can
Mhm.
cut 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes from this movie, and it works a lot better. Towards the middle, I was just
If
kind of
we
like, there was a point where I was just like, oh, okay, where we? Another.
if we
I
get
think-
right
I was like
to
another-
him,
When
I was like,
Izzy
another-
opened up Crunchyroll on his phone and started
was like-
multitasking.
I was like, another turn. I was like, we're getting further away from
Mhm.
the goal. What are we doing? And then it kind of took a while to kind of get back into it. And I was like, okay, but that is a genuine concern I had with it.
if they had went with I do like the idea of that. Hey, he may have a chance to save Mike, and then of course he ultimately didn't save Mike. But if they just kind of got straight to that, if they got past the point of him like coming back to the PD and all that stuff, just like get right into him investigating what's going on, it would
that
kind of
was
help
it.
further. It could have helped not speed the plot along, but kind of make
Yeah.
it flow a little bit more, like, you know what I mean,
That-
like more linear or more like fluid. Because it
Yeah.
felt like you said, there was some points where it kind of like this is a train moving and it just stopped at
And
the
then it
station
pivots,
real quick,
right?
and it goes and changes tracks.
Yeah,
a
it's
little
like
bit, changes back. You know,
because
Yeah.
it pivots because it's like, oh, she's actually a recovering drug addict.
yeah,
She's
that
trying to
part that was
custody of
out of nowhere
That was where I kind of got
with her
conked
Karen
out a little
haircut.
bit. I was like, I feel like if we were going to have her in the story, had they put her early on and side by side, put like both plots, right? Instead of just shoving that all in like the rising action, it would have felt more impactful and better pacing wise.
It felt overly stuffed. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's not necessarily like the cheese or anything. Actually, now that I really think about it, it's that pacing buffer that made me have to double back and made me feel like I missed something. Because I will say, when it got back to like her getting like injected, I was like, oh wow, okay,
Compound V.
That's fucked up. So I got locked back in.
I'm injected with my compound D.
At the end, and I was like, all right, we've done this twice
Matt,
now.
mute him.
It doesn't hit the same, but I understand.
Done.
But I was
Muted.
like, other than that, it was working.
Yeah, it was good. It was a banger.
No, yeah,
Everybody watch
it was
it.
an absolute banger. I can't wait for the sequel to Rebel to Ridge, where we find out what happened to Terry. But no,
What's the Rebel Moon sequel called?
oh,
Child of
what's
Fire.
it? The yeah, that one, the
The
Child
blood
of Fire,
pulse fire. or
the
some shit.
blood chalice,
Rebel Ridge 2.
the director's
Child
cut.
of Fire. Or
To
whatever
Rebel
the fuck.
to Ridge. We're gonna have Tyrese in there, so he can say we hungry.
No.
And then
You're
they-
gonna have Tyrese in there paying child support because only in
They
a
need
fantasy
to-
world, will he be a good father.
No. What needs to happen is
No.
Tyrese is the other cousin that just got out of prison.
and
he's gonna go kill the
director
cops.
to link it to Green Room, so that way we have the racist cinematic universe. We just have him take on
Jesus
different-
Christ!
You mean real life
right?
America?
And then even better, right? We have the main
British
character,
version.
Rebel Ridge, do an endgame scenario where he travels back in time and he fights the Reich, and then he teams up with Django when he goes even further back.
I'm stopping this right
the
now.
Don Johnson cinematic
The Don
universe.
Johnson.
He finds Don Johnson's great grandpa.
Also
Big
played by
Daddy.
Don Johnson.
They do,
Also
and then
directed
and
by
then
a
it's
white man.
actually
Yeah.
it's actually a spin-off of Assassin's Creed. It's actually him traveling back in time and inside his ancestor, which is Django.
I don't know.
Django's retconned as an assassin. Okay.
Let's
And
go.
But we have to
that
get a
Michael
shot.
Fassbender.
You know that shot of Days of Future Past where the Xaviers are talking to themselves?
Yeah,
I want that, but with
it's Terry
Don Johnson.
All three Don Johnsons because the
Watchmen.
Watchmen as well, and that's what we
Knives
to
Out.
DC.
Knives Out
And Knives
and,
Out.
Django in this.
They do
one.
the Spider-Man meme, but it's just
Hold
Don
up.
Johnson in every universe.
Instead of Victor, he's like the Council of Kang, but he's like their Victor Von Doom, Victor Von Don. We've done it.
Victor
done
Von Don Johnson.
Victor Von
Don
Don.
Johnson
Too
would have
much
been a
better,
better
boys.
Doctor Doom than Robert Downey Jr.
He would have
Anyone
called.
would have been a
He would
better
have called
film
Black
than
Panther.
Robert Downey
He would have
Jr.
called Black Panther the hard R.
What would he
He would
have called him?
called Captain America. He would have called Captain America the hard R.
What would he have
Instead of-
called him?
Instead of I hate
He would
you,
like,
Yeah, what are you
2000,
referring
to?
It's like
What hard R is that?
You are no Steve Rogers. You are just a mere. I'm not saying that.
He's like,
And then here comes, and then here
Hold
goes,
on, Matt,
here goes
I'll send
Anthony.
you the list.
No, then here goes Anthony Mackie, bro. Here goes Anthony Mackie. You're right. I'm not. I'm Captain America. Throws the
can't-
shield.
And then he does that stupid ass smile.
Imagine Don Johnson as Doctor Doom, and he goes up to Anthony Mackie and he's like, well, if it isn't the greatest Avenger of them all, Chicken Wing. And then he
Damn. I'm glad AZ said it because I was.
That's a wrap, guys.
and everyone's just like, yo, you're canceled, bro. You're canceled.
The AAVE Angers.
He's gonna put the team, the uncancellables together. It's gonna be him.
Avengers.
Jonathan Majors as Kang.
The Thunderbolts.
Danny Masterson as MODOK, but they're just using a Zoom video screen because he's in jail.
The Thunderbolts.
Who else?
Thunderbolts,
Who
not
else?
Thunder. Thunderbolts.
Aaron Rodgers is gonna be
Produced by Harvey Weinstein.
Hell
Thunderbolts
no.
with 2 S's.
I don't condone this. I don't want this.
Who else?
Michael Vick on there. Aaron
No.
Rodgers. Aaron
Bill
Hernandez.
Cosby. Bill Cosby
Mark
is there Stan Lee?
We're gonna exhume him and have him.
Bill Cosby.
DH
died.
him. Bring him back like they did in Star Wars.
We could give.
So that's it for this episode.
That's right. That's a wrap.
Yeah.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
It's over.
Matthew,
It's
wrap
over.
it up. That's you, bro.
It's so over.
No, what are you doing?
Oh
Wrap
my
it up.
He just
god.
ends it.
It's- yeah, click.
Another
All right, guys.
episode is in the books, y'all. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Go ahead and tap in with our homeboys over there at Backstage OL. Follow all their tweets, their posts. They got some cool stuff coming up. Different interviews with different actors, almost different characters, different actors, different characters, depending on how you look at it. They got all the inside scoop on everything Hollywood. Tap in with them. Follow our boy AZ at twitch.tv/TariSingo. Follow him on the YouTube. Tari Singo at Tari Singo. Is that how the British folks say YouTube?
No, you know
Of
what's
course.
crazy, Matt? That's actually like a solid chunk of my audience. Like my second most viewed country is the UK, and I don't.
Ours is
understand
too. It's like America,
Boo.
England, and like India.
why. It's
Shout
like
out
we're the
India
only
right
three
now,
with
bro.
internet. It's
And then
crazy.
Portugal. Shout out all the Portugals right now. Shout out all the
The
Ronaldo,
Portuguese.
bro.
Why'd you say
Portuguesians.
Portugal?
Shout out all the Portugal. I don't say no. Shout out all the Portugal right now.
Shout out
bro.
India, baby.
Portuguese. Shout out all Portugal. Shout out Ireland
Shout
too.
out
All the
Monkey
Irish
Man.
people. I'm tapped in with the Irish right now. When I saw
What'd you call
Queen
me?
Elizabeth died and we were locked in, I was tapped in with Ireland right
in the
now.
box.
Shout out Ayo Edebiri right now. All my British,
Shout
my
out
Irish
Paul
people.
Mescal.
But not for tap
that
in with
guy.
our boy AZ at Tari Single. See what he's got going on. More
Do it.
videos to come soon, and of course follow us at Cinestro Corp No S. But yes, it's been a pleasure talking with y'all. Talking all things film, cinema. We got an epic lineup coming up this year that you guys don't want to miss. Remember to smash that like and subscribe button so y'all never ever miss a beat. Go ahead and show us some love by leaving us a 5-star review wherever you catch this podcast, and spread the word about our podcast far and wide, and our YouTube channel far and wide. Share with your friends, your family, your dog, everybody. Share it with the whole neighborhood, the block, the street, everything. With that being said, until next time, stay awesome, and we'll catch you on the
Discreet.
next episode of the Cinestro Core. Peace. Booyaka!
We're the kings of the screen, yeah. Cinestro Core, we're the dream, yeah. New episode Saturday afternoon. We in your ear, that comic book crew. More good it takes what we do. Cinestro Core, we're the